Time of year, many of us dread tax time. That's right, in just 3 days, it's the end of this financial year. But there are a few things we can still do to minimise how much we have to pay, or better yet, how much we can get back. Olivia Maragna from Aspire Retire is here with more. Olivia, let's talk smart strategies and perhaps your top 3 tips. What should we be looking at?
So I think the first thing is if you hold some shares and you've got some capital gains this year, try and avoid paying capital gains tax by offsetting it with some losses. So find those non-performing shares in your portfolio, sell them off before the end of financial year and save yourself some tax. Second thing is you can claim a tax deduction putting your own money into super. So most people are now eligible. These are new rules. So putting some money into superannuation and claiming a tax deduction boosts those tax deductions, creates a bigger tax refund for you as well. And I think the third thing is if you're looking at donating some money to a charity, don't hold off until next week, do it this week.
Now, we all like free money, and I believe there are some extra incentives that we could take advantage of to help us get some of that. Yeah,
there's 2 great incentives. So if you've got a spouse that's maybe not working or working part-time, you can throw some money into their superannuation fund and get up to $540 back in your own tax. So some criteria around that, so make sure you're checking out the tax office website for that eligibility, but about an 18% return on the contributions you put into your spouse's superannuation fund. And the second thing is contributing extra to your own superannuation fund. So if you're earning under about $50,000, topping up your superannuation fund can give you up to an extra $500 back in topping up your own superannuation fund from the government. So around about a 50% return there on the contribution you put in. So again, just check your eligibility, but certainly still some time to put it into your superannuation fund. Check with your super fund to make sure the funds are going to hit by the end of financial year.
Yes, that's a good tip. Now, we all like to claim as much as we can, but the tax office is cracking down on some specific, I guess, items this year.
Yeah, definitely. So around about, they're doubling their audits this year. So particularly around rental deductions. So if, say, for example, you've mixed your loans, interest loans, you're claiming interest on rental properties, but also mixing it with personal money, but you're claiming the full tax deduction on those loans, the tax office is going to crack down. If you're using a rental property as a holiday house, they're checking out social media accounts, they're checking out toll roads to see exactly where you are, and if you're using a rental property for private purposes but not apportioning your expenses. But even if you're letting out your own home on Airbnb or various different platforms but not declaring that income, they're cracking down on that as well. Second thing is false laundry expenses. So if you're claiming money for laundry but you don't have the specific uniform for your work, they're cracking down on that. You still need to be able to justify it. And cryptocurrency is a big target this year. So those who are making some gains trading on cryptocurrency but not declaring them in their tax return, the tax office is certainly going to be after you in terms of just checking out exactly what's in your tax return.
Sounds like we all could have a busy 3 days ahead, but it could make us some money.
Absolutely.
All right, Olivia, thank you for your time.
Queensland is watching the #1 news hour.